Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am Lanolin, and we are back with episode 84 of Feed the Beast Departed. And in this episode, we are going back to the Precasian underground den. Oh, yes. Oh, I didn't realize it was a creepy day. I would have ran around and killed a bunch of little creeper UFOs. Oh, well. That is not the focus of today's episode. Today, we are trying to continue on where we left off in the previous episode in regards to leveling up our hunter levels, or our hunter skill, if you will. It is quite low, only level 40, which, based on how many realms we've visited so far, should be much, much, much higher, but it's not. So I decided it's about time to go ahead and get to work on that. So I dug this huge, huge area to try and find one of these underground dens, because they are quite difficult to find. One thing I did kind of notice, or maybe I guess really kind of think about, is they might follow the same like spawning rules as like normal monster spawners, like the dungeons and stuff, because they are kind of a dungeon. So yeah, I went off that direction, but this direction was actually where I found the den. So pretty cool. I'm actually pretty excited for this one. Now, the downside to this, as you can see, I'm actually fairly tooled up and ready to go for this because I'm in kind of a weird spot. I'm way up on the roof, right, on the ceiling of this place. I was kind of doing that in hopes that I could find a nice, easy way to access it, but that never really happened, unfortunately. But it's all good. It's all good. So yeah, I'm on the ceiling, and yeah, that means I'm going to be dropping down into the craziness. Possibly. I'm kind of thinking maybe I should do something along the lines of finding a better way to get in and out. Like, I have some ender pearls on me to make sure that everything is cool. Now, the big issue is that this stuff takes forever to break. Look at that. Look how slow this is. And then with my pick, it's not much faster. So, like, digging an area out to, like, get in and out, kind of tricky. It's kind of tricky. But I'm all about doing silly and stupid things, so let's do this. I'm just going to jump down here and see what happens. Let's get everything ready. Big top on the ready. Ender pearl so I can hopefully hop back up here. Let's open this up. We got, I grabbed some miniature red hearts just because they fully replenish your health bar. Or at least 10 hearts, so it might help. So I'm looking for a certain creature, and that's not honestly the creature that I'm looking for, but we might be able to do something with this. I should have brought my alacrity set, to be honest, but whatever. Oh, I gotta be level 52. That's not good. That's not good. Okay. We gotta get out of here. Ender pearl, guide me home. Perfect. Okay, so I guess this kind of means I need to find a different den, because these guys are not the ones I'm looking for. These are too high level. I'm looking for the guys that have to be level 40, I believe it is. Yeah, 40, because I'm level 40, so it looks like my hunt continues. Man, all that build-up for nothing. For nothing at all. So I guess the next step would be to just kind of dig around. I'm pretty sure, like, these guys can have one of 3, and I got, well, one of the ones I didn't want, which kind of sucks, but it's all good, it's all good. I just got to do some more digging. So let me get some more digging and see if I can't find another one of these dens that hopefully has the mob we're looking for. So, after much digging, I've reached my limit. I dug for a while trying to find just somewhere where I can hopefully come across another one of these dens, and I haven't found anything. Kind of sucks, but it's not the end of the world. It's not a big deal. I was kind of hoping that I would be able to, like, fight each hunter mob, but it looks like this one is one that I'm going to need to skip over. Yeah, and these mobs, they spawn, like, regardless of light level. It's kind of annoying. So, yeah. That being said, because of that, what I'm going to do is do a little bit of backtracking and go back and fight the, what do you call them? The guys we fought in the previous episode? The pod plants? Yeah, those guys. I'm going to go back and fight those guys. Whoa. I'm going to go back and fight those guys, level up a bit. All this mining is, it's got me 1 level. Oh, when you get up into the upper levels of these skills, man, it takes a long time to level them up. I'm hoping the hunter levels aren't too terribly bad. I don't know if I'm going to go all the way to 100. I might just go just high enough to be able to fight the mobs to maybe make that armor. possibly, but we'll see. We'll see, kind of see how it goes. If it gets too grindy, we might kind of pull away from it and do something else. Man, it's super dark. I thought I put torches up everywhere, but I guess not. So, what are we going to do for the rest of this episode? Well, I've actually spent a little bit of time off camera. I actually ran back to base, and I was doing a lot of dumping stuff off, getting food, that whole thing. And I also went ahead and harvested a bunch of crops, so yeah. So let's actually get back through here. We need to go back to Gardencia, and yeah. We need to go back to Gardencia and see what we can do about farming these pod plants just a little bit more. I think my goal is level 50, I think. No, 45. Okay, so I want to get to level 45. Once I get to 45, I'm level 40 at the moment. Yeah, level 40. So I'm level 40 at the moment. We're going to go back to Gardencia and go fight some pod plants. Nice. And yeah, hopefully, once we get to level 50, there's another mob that we can fight. There's a couple. Actually, no, that's right. We just go from pod plant. We would have fought the Deocus, but we couldn't find his spawner. So we're gonna fight the pod plant until we can fight Dawnlight. Dawnlight, I think, is in the Haven, so we'll have to cruise on over there. Hopefully, I still have stuff for the Haven. The Realm Stones. Oh man, did I mark? Oh, did I not mark the spawner? I didn't. Oh, I'm a dingus. So that kind of sucks. I don't know why I didn't mark the spawner. So, yeah, I'm going to do a bit of flying around until I can find where that spawner is again, because I don't remember. It's been a little bit since I've been back here, so yeah, good times. Good times. Yeah, I'll come back. I'll pop in, kind of let you guys know that I'm going to be killing those pod plants for a while, and then yeah, we can go from there. So as I was flying around, kind of confused as to why I couldn't actually find this place, I opened my map and looked a little bit harder and noticed that, yeah, it's down there. And I put this mark on here so I didn't have to keep opening my map. So yeah, silly me, should probably pay a little bit more attention to my map. But whatever, we made it, we found it. So what I'm going to do is, like I mentioned, I'm going to spend a little bit of time, hopefully not too much time, grinding out about 10 hunter levels, and then we're going to move on to a different realm so we can grind out a few more. I'm trying not to do too much of this off camera, but some of it's going to be pretty tedious and boring, and I don't want a whole episode of me just sitting here killing monsters over and over again, because there's only so much that I can blab about. Those broccoli guys are really weird. So yeah, I'm going to hang out here. Hopefully these guys kind of spawn a little bit faster, maybe. Then I can get on out of here. So I will return. Alright, so this took a really long time. About an hour and a half or so of farming. Now I kind of expected this particular grind of hunter levels to take a hot minute. Now I'm not quite level 50 yet. I was just kind of letting these guys kind of build up a little bit so I can come down here and take the rest of them on. And hit 50 on camera, just like that. Yay! So yeah, this took a long time. I kind of expected it to, just because I was going for a lot of levels off of one mob, where it would definitely be much more effective to kind of follow the mob path. Fight these at level 43, fight these at level 45, these at level 50, that kind of thing. But I couldn't really do that because I couldn't find the other dudes I was looking for. So, with that though, we are level 50 now. Hooray! I had to make one trip back. I have a lot of Rosidian banners, and I think I have more back at the base. I had to take one trip back to the base to kind of restock on food and drop all my copper coins, which I have an absolute boatload of. I think that needs to be like the next thing I do. I think I need to work on... come on, get away. I'm trying to get out of here. The poison lasts a long time with those guys. It's pretty irritating. But thankfully, I was they weren't too terribly... I was able to two-shot them with my Coral Storm sword, which was nice. By the way, I actually ended up finding another one. I dropped my other Coral Storm sword back off at the base. Obviously not from here, from somewhere else. But I found another one in my inventory, and I was like, oh, well, cool. I'll just use this. But yeah, it weakens them, which is nice. Or rather, slows them, which was nice, so I can kind of keep away, not get poisoned, not to take too much damage. What sucked was when it started to rain. Because every mob in Gardencia gets a health regen whenever it rains. So whether they are outside actually in the rain or not, they get a passive health regen boost. Yeah, that made it a little bit more difficult because I went from needing from two shotting the mobs to needing to hit them 3 times, which of course increases the amount of time that it takes to kill them, which increases the amount of time it takes to farm them. So yeah, had a few things working against me. Oh yeah, I also crashed twice while I was fighting them. I crashed when I hit the dude the first time. The first time I fought one, I crashed. Like right after I got off, right after I cut, I killed one and crashed. And then when I came back after restocking, the first one I hit again killed me via crashing. Well, it didn't kill me, but I crashed. That's what I meant. So yeah, just a little note. Just a little note. What? What? Okay. Oh, that's right. That's right. I did log out. I was gonna say I didn't log out, but I didn't log out. I crashed while I was in there, so I guess that counts as logging out, doesn't it? It's too bad this bug isn't fixed. I mean, again, like I mentioned before, I guess that just means it's kind of a complicated bug. I'm just hoping that I still have my broom. Broom. There you are. That's the first time it's let me go through the portal while on the broom. Normally it's just like, nah, dude, you can't come through. So, okay. We are now Hunter level 50, which means that our next target is called the Dawnlight, which can be found in the Dawnlight dungeons in the Haven. So hopefully this isn't another situation where we have to go dig a whole bunch to find a freaking dungeon somewhere, but it doesn't look like it. Well, maybe. There's no real picture of it, so it might be underground. And I think we need to go to the Haven for another fragment temple. Nice. How convenient. So yeah, I think we've actually come across one of the Dawnlight dungeons before. Now that I think about it. So, however, that being said, we're not gonna head that way yet. Not quite yet. We need to do something about all these copper coins that I have and some silver coins. Oh yeah, and my Rosidian banners. No, okay, I guess I held on to them. I thought maybe I left some here, but I guess I kept them because I wasn't quite at a stack, so I decided to hold on to them. So, let's condense these Rosite banners down. Nice. Oh, gilded Rosidian banners, my bad. And I can grab one of them and replace it with the other Rosidian banner we have here. So where's he at? Where is he at? So way over here. There you go, Rosidian banner. Nice. Looks like that. Now we have a gilded Rosidian banner. I like it. Cool. Okay, so one thing that we ran into a lot whenever I was trying to dump out all these copper coins, and is partially the reason why I have so many copper coins now, is it's kind of a pain in the ass to bring all those copper coins back and forth from the banker. So, what we're going to focus on today is... What was it called? Oh yeah, chunk loader. Chunk loader. So the chunk loader, the recipe is a little bit different for this pack. So if you're familiar with the chicken chunks chunk loader, this is going to look a little weird. So we need an enchantment table and 8 spot loaders, which require a bunch of limonite ingots and any type of gem. At least I'm assuming it's any type of gem. And we actually have a crap ton of Elberian gems and a bunch of Gardencia gems, which I thought I had more. Maybe I put them somewhere else. I may have put them in here. No, I guess not. Huh. I thought I had a few more, but whatever. Copper coins. Get out of here. Okay, so the enchantment table should be pretty easy. I know I have one outside, but I don't really... Unless I have no obsidian. Do I have no obsidian? Really? What? I have 3 obsidian. Ah, and an obsidian tile. Okay, so for now I'm just going to use the enchantment table that's outside. I can make another one, no big deal. Because I haven't really used it, like, at all. Whoa! All my levels are gone. Whoa. Why are all my levels gone? What the heck? I had like 68 levels. That's weird. Okay, I'll worry about that in a little bit. There might be a little bit of weirdness going on because falling through the world, that kind of thing. So I might need to do a little bit as far as fixing that, but we'll worry about that in a little bit because I'm not super worried about my levels at the moment. So spot loader, whole bunch of laminate ingots and some gems. So good on gems. And I was preparing for this a little bit. Nice. Oh, actually, he's almost done. So I'm actually going to turn this off. Cool. Yeah, I prepared for this a little bit ahead of time because I knew that it was something that I wanted to take care of. Preferably sometime soon. And yeah. Oops. I made one too many. Nice. So I believe the way spot loaders themselves work is the spot loader will load a chunk, I think if the player that places them is online. I think. I'm not really sure about spot loaders. I haven't really used spot loaders. It's either that or they will only load like a small area. Let's see. Do you have a GUI? No GUI? Okay, so you might just be one of those guys that just kind of load a small area. But I don't really need to use that guy. What I want to use is this guy, the regular chunk loader. Nice. Everyone should be fairly... I would imagine most people are familiar with the chunk loader. If not, I will load the chunks when the player is not present. So this whole area, it's just outside of my portal, which isn't a huge deal. It really just needs to chunk load, honestly, just this chest. So it could be kind of small. But yeah, the chunk loader, you can increase its radius up to, of course, quite large. But we're just going to do just this 9 chunk area, like a 3x3 area that it will load. It'll keep most of my crops chunk loaded. In fact, maybe I should actually move this. So yeah, it'll make sure that all the chunks continue to function when the player's not around, which is really important for something like this, where our item hopper isn't able to continue dumping copper coins into the chest because I'm not present to make sure that the item hopper is able to do its job. It gets unloaded. So the chunk loader is going to make sure that everything working within the radius of the chunk loader, which it's still... Actually, yeah, I guess moving it wouldn't really do much unless I moved it way far over. So I guess we'll bump it up to 3 chunks. Why not? Okay, cool. So that pretty much incorporates the entire base. And in fact, if I run out here... Yeah, I'll move it one more time. A little bit of trial and error when it comes to placing the chunk loader. Kind of. If I was smart, I'd open up... I press, I think it's F9, F10... Oh, it's not F11. It's definitely not F11. That's full screen mode. Whoa! Whew. Okay. Accidentally hit F11, but I could have swore it was F9. That would... Oh, there we go. Yeah, this brings up the chunk boundary. So if you're trying to place yourself down to chunk loader in Departed, you can hit F9. You can show your chunk boundaries, which each one of these lines represents. Is a chunk boundary. And I think if we hit F9 again, there we go. Cool. So since this guy's going to, by default, load a 3x3 area, we want him to load as much of our stuff as possible. So we kind of want our witchery stuff. We want our farms, and we're going to want the main base that goes as far as at least to here. Okay, cool. So if we run to this chunk, and let's just place you right here. No big deal. Show lasers. Not quite big enough, so if we bump them out one more, that should be just perfect. Yep, perfect. Nice. So we have some of our witchery stuff loaded, and we have our other stuff loaded, like our ender chest and smeltery and all that fun stuff. So perfect. Nice. And then hit F9 one more time, and all that will go away. Excellent. I'm pretty stoked, and I'm actually pretty happy with our progress today. Man, hour and a half for 10 levels. I'm hoping it's not going to take that long in the future. I don't think it will. Because I'll just be farming things for preferably, I think, 5 levels at a time rather than 10. So, cool. And I think I'll place the spot loader just I don't know, right there. Why not? It'll keep the rest of the smeltery loaded. Because I'm pretty sure it'll work. The spot loaders work when the player's online. And then when the player's offline, they stop functioning. I think that's how it works. Again, I'm not super spun up on the spot loader because it's not something I typically utilize. I usually just do what I just showed you guys. So yeah. So the end of this episode, we're going to probably wrap up with me getting rid of all these copper coins. So let me hop on my broom. And whoa, okay. Wow. What's up, Dicers? I guess you and your entire crew are just going to like show up at my crib and start some trouble. What a bunch of jerks. Alright, so let's cruise on over to Lanalis, see what we can do about exchanging these freaking copper coins. And yeah, that'll be pretty awesome. So I will return. Okay, so we are back in Lunalis, and man, it's really different being in here with a monitor that's a little bit brighter. I can actually see where I'm going. Now, that doesn't really say much for what you guys can see, unfortunately. It is still quite bright, or dark, but no big deal. We should be there at the village soon enough. It's way... Ow, down here. Sweet. Found them. And there's my ender chest. So long as I hooked up this... as long as the chunk loader is working correctly, I say hooked up, there's not much to hook up. Just place it down and good to go. As long as this is working correctly, which it should be, nice! There we go, see? Now all the copper coins that we have back there in the chest going into the hopper, going into the ender chest, will continue to carry on into the ender chest, making my life that much easier. So, yep. You guys have seen me do this a million times, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the episode here. So thanks for watching, guys. I have been Lanolin. Next episode, we're going to come back and see about chasing down the Dawnlight in the Haven, and maybe doing a little bit of exploration into that fragment temple in the Haven, if of course we come across it. So thanks for watching, guys. I have been Lanolin, and I will see you next time. Bye.